Yo, it's your boy Dino, man, back in this thing with some more free game. And I always turn my color from black to white before I go live. And I represent legacy technology. Whoops, gotta make sure I'm on the right side. And I go live on here to just count my inventory, man. Legacy technology, value stream, Spark business card. Smart business cards. I share my value with the world in exchange for value, man. I sell my product, but I don't ask for, anything in exchange from my clients and customers other than a moment of their time, and I enlighten them, and I hope I do business with them in the future. But I like to go live, and it's therapy for me, and just give advice on my life experience. I just, round up. I'm a 40-year-old combat Army veteran, entrepreneur with a lot of degrees, just say a lot of paperwork. And I like to just go live, man, because I realize the value in perspectives, man. I love perspectives, and I love the fact that we are now in a digital era of abundance, and a lot of people don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think a lot of people value it, where we're at in history. So I go live and I talk about my own product, and I just read excerpts out of here. And I start, hey, what's going on, Jam? I always read excerpts from my actual published book, Legacy Technology, that's on Amazon, because a lot of people find my philosophies and my experience fascinating. I think I'm normal, but when people meet me and they hear my story, they're like, fascinating. Like, how were you able to survive? And how are you able to be so resilient? And how do you do this as a black stay-at-home father? And how do you do that? And how are you able to manage your income, being that you sell these products, like your product, for so much money? And how are you able to do this? So I just go live and I talk about it. I don't know. All I know is I'm a Gemini, and I was born May 25th, man. A lot of the comments, I'm very particular about reading comments out loud because I'm in cybersecurity. I'm a cybersecurity professional, specifically on the ethical hacking side. I was in college for about 3 years. Hey, what's going on? For about 3 years, but I got to a point. You get to a point when you're doing something. I have to do this. I have a thing in my head. So, long story. Like I said, I'm a combat veteran. I was injured in Afghanistan a long time ago, and it messed up something in here. That's why I was able to get these computer programming powers that I have now. Blessings in disguise. When I got rattled up, it rattled something in here for the better, for my family's future. Now I can see through things, but especially like the Library of Babel. Most people can't read the Library of Babel. That hex code makes perfect sense to me. That's why I'm able to read and create stuff like this. But oh no, man, no. Value stream Spark cards. So I provide coaching in the form of enlightenment. Normally when I give my product to people, it's how I give my product to people to where they're enlightened. Like this, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna read something, and most people are enlightened when I read this. So give me one moment. Let me set the stage. I promise you're gonna love it. One moment. I used to use this philosophy when I was a soldier, but bear with me. I'm gonna read it right out of the book. All right, so if you want to, tell me if you guys heard this theory before, but that's how I got to this right here. And this is on Amazon. If you heard this before, don't do nothing. but I've heard this before. But if you haven't heard this before, go over to Amazon or go to my community tab and go check this book out. It's on Amazon. But listen to this, okay? This is what I recommend you do if you struggle with dealing with people on a daily basis. If you incorporate dealing with people, or you have difficulty dealing with people, follow this, right? Avoid euphemisms. Avoid euphemisms, okay? Euphemisms are used by cowards, crooks, and criminals, right? Now I'm gonna read it fast. Stupidity cannot be defended. You can't defend stupidity. People who exhibit stupidity are self-satisfied, they're easily irritated, and they have moral defects internally in their brain, all right? People who allow stupidity to happen, they have defects. It's genetics, okay? People who also enjoy solitude like this let stupidity happen less frequently. You got to think about it. Just analyze people. Like this will save your life, I promise you. All right. It's sociological, psychological laws. This is real things. It's very specific knowledge. All right. People who enjoy group settings more often than not have stupidity issues. No disrespect, but respectfully. You cannot argue with perspectives. All right? You cannot argue with euphemisms. So if anyone hits you with a euphemism on a day-to-day basis for when you do something, you're more than likely arguing or getting advice from a perspective. It's bias, cognitive dissonance. Now, I'm saying it like that because it's levels to all that shit that I said. That is a real life experience, all right? You gotta remember, when you're dealing with people out here in the real world, you're dealing with four kind of people. You're dealing with the helpless, you're dealing with intelligent people, you're dealing with bandits, and you're dealing with stupid people, okay? Never underestimate the number of stupid people in circulation. You know you're dealing with someone that's stupid when they use ad hominem fallacies when you try to put them on to something that you know about. Now that's all I'm saying. If y'all heard that before, it's more to it. That's just my personal philosophy. But I had to start thinking like this in order to figure out how to generate millions of dollars, because not everyone operates like that on that kind of a level. That's a high level. Yeah, I have a disability myself, you know. Yeah, it's a perspective. It's perspective. Like, they both could be right. Like me, when I got injured and had a TBI in Afghanistan, I literally did pass away. And I can talk about that metaphysical transformation. But those people who never died before will argue me down about what death looks like. Like, I'm like, do you know what the Reaper looks like? I do. Most people will be like, no, you don't. You have to make, you can't argue with stupidity and ignorance. I will be a fool to argue with someone about what death looks like who never experienced death. Like, to argue about a product line, if someone doesn't buy it, they don't know if it works or not, so they can't say like your stuff don't work. So don't argue with clients until they buy it. You never would. Don't get mad if someone tells you no about something that you already know works. That's how you gotta look at things. Like reading comments on a chat. You know what I'm saying? Reading comments on a chat. You can't read comments out loud on chats because that puts the information in the atmosphere as negativity for those that come back later on and watch your live. You don't want to do spells like that. So let the fake people make fake comments on here and only entertain good information. You know what I'm saying? But for anybody new that's coming onto this live, you have to go back and watch it when I post it. I started off this live just talking about legacy technology and, you know, my introduction of who I am as an entrepreneur, retired Army veteran, how I make my money, definitions of stupidity, you know what I'm saying? I'm a cybersecurity ethical hacker, or I was one, and I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, and I have a master's degree in human resource management and a project management certification. But I don't use none of that stuff in real life. I'm just a black stay-at-home father now, and I take care of my kids with my wife. We take care of our family. You know what I'm saying? But any questions? I normally get a lot of questions on like the military, like what it was like in the Army. What was it like at war? How to deal with enemy, how to deal with bad people, how to deal with good people. It's very simple. It's like, look what people say and do to you when you're trying to put out good information to the world. If people say bad things to you, or they see what you got going on, they'll just post random things or say random things to you while you live. Like these comments, y'all can't see the comments, but I see the comments. I'm like, these people crazy. It's logically impossible to experience your own extinction because yeah, chemo, you should try. I'm not okay. Let me make sure I say it clear. There is a chemical in the pineal gland called MDT. You can experience it internally when you're about to fear for your life, or you can experience it externally. I've done both. It's the same experience as transitioning. I'll promise you, it's the same experience. Once when I was, of course, at war, I've experienced it, like in combat, and I've also experienced it in Thailand at the Sanctuary of Truth while I was going to learn about the Buddha. I was into religion very, 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 very heavy. And then after I got out of religion, you know, my path of learning about life, I learned about religion heavy. I tried to learn as much as I can about all the religions. And then I switched and I tried to learn everything I could about spirituality in 2 years. And now I found this YouTube, and I'm like, man, y'all, it's a lot of people out there that are, again, don't realize ignorance and stupidity. You just read comments. When you read comments, you'll realize how smart people are when you're really trying to educate the world. You just let people make comments and let them watch what you're saying. If you do decide to go and create YouTube lives, I highly recommend you just go live and talk about whatever's on your mind. You know what I'm saying? And let the people write and comment, because that's how it works. That's how you get your watch hours up. You get online and you just freestyle and let the haters hate, let people talk, let people be people. It's good practice. And then you can go back later and redo your content. I smoke on here for medication purposes. Like, I got paperwork to support it, just in case they be like demonetization and all this crazy stuff. Looney, it don't work like that, man. Like, that's why I say, don't, when you do something online, make sure you do it intentfully. Like, rock, paper, paperwork. Like, regardless on what the public may think, have your paperwork to support your actions, regardless of the opinion. Because right now, we're about to vote for people that's okay with sacrificing children. So this is the least of the population's concern. That's how I look at shit. No one can argue with logic and reason. It's truth. It's not a personal opinion thing. It's a what's truth. And that's why I structure my YouTube channel like this. It's from the perspective of a combat veteran. You know what I'm saying? In combat, if me and you or me and someone was side by side in combat, if me and a person, this is how I look at life now, period. If me and somebody was side by side at war, because this is how you gotta be when you a real one. Do I make a decision to save your life based off of what it will look like to people who don't give a fuck about you? Or do I make the right decision based off of its truth? I'm medicating because I have paperwork, not because of what the fuck it looks like to somebody else. Like, I'm on here to sell my product because I need to survive. Most people won't do that shit though. Most people ain't used to the truth. But no disrespect, Looney. Thank you for tuning in, bro. Again, I remember you from my last live, bro. That's why I don't like explaining my shit, man. Like, I just come on here and be like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, go check out the book, man. It generates 15 streams of revenue. I use it every single day. At least one of them pay out every day. The book is technology. They're like, this is a book. I'm like, it's a book, but I programmed it on Amazon. It's technology. The kids will love it. You know what I'm saying? It's my studio. It's focus on the product. Or ask questions. Another thing too, man, I always talk about this on my live stream. I only do these for an hour twice a week. I'm a published author, so I have this on Amazon too. So most people don't realize how hard it is to get up here on this computer like this and do this and show people what you made, man. It's very difficult, man. It's not easy. It's easy to type and it's easy to comment. But it's not easy to reverse the roles, man, and get up here and talk about your faith and what you built. And you stand on this here. I stand on this. When I come up here, you know what I'm saying? Most don't even know what this is, man. That's what lets you know. When you know ignorance is real, and then you be like, man, I stand on business. I stand on this. And then you open people's eyes, and they're like, oh, shoot, he's a real one. Gotta put them on, man. Thank you, P. Smith. Man, I'm almost 40. You wouldn't know it. Wouldn't even know it. Plenty of inventory, man. I move 30 units a day at $7,500 each, man. Or $7,500 a unit. 20 cars in a deck. 30 units a day. Wealth looks different. Most people don't know what wealth looks like, but they got a lot to say. Wealth looks different. Wealth looks like this. I'm going to open up one page and show you what wealth looks like. Matter of fact, I'm going to open up to wisdom. Open your eyes. Wisdom 1. I built my business, these, using the Library of Babel to help me write this. It led me to this book, to this page. Now, all of a sudden, all them nasty comments stopped. You see what I'm saying? When you use the truth, it stops a lot of that nastiness. Like all them nasty virus-looking comments stopped on my end. You see how this works, man? That's why I said anybody out there in the world, anyone, because I practice Judaism. It don't look like it though. I fuck with Judaism hard, and I speak Hebrew. But you wouldn't tell. You can't tell. You can't judge a book. Just like this book that's on Amazon. You can't judge a book by its cover. You learn all kinds of stuff with my books. You wouldn't know. Share, man, listen. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. I'm one of one. I look at myself as a superhero. There's more. Most won't know what that means either. I'm him. I'm up there. As far as success goes, I don't brag about it because I know people put people in a box. I don't want to be famous off of like accolades. I want it just this. This represents me, just this card. And that's how you gotta be. Don't rely on your accolades. You can't rely on your accolades. It don't mean shit. It don't, for real. It really don't. It's how can you multiply people's money for them? You have to be real strategic. I'm talking, how do you multiply 10 million fast? You got to be able to do that shit. I've done it a lot for people. A lot. A few times. I love doing that. I don't care about the money. I want other people to win. That fellowship is wealth because it's Judaism. Avoid pleasure. Yes, hedonism. It's ethical hedonism. That's what's wrong with Christianity because people don't fully deep dive into Christianity as they should. Ethical hedonism, I have you thinking it's okay and you say shit like God knows my heart. Ethical hedonism, that's off of a branch of Aristotle, which is off of a branch, Socrates, Aristotle. That shit worthless. All that education, that ain't it. That won't it. That ain't it. It's this. It's this motherfucker. This right here. This my boo. And my old lady. That's it. I don't speak on war. Not no more. Because my eyes, I've been there. If unless I've been there, I can't speak on it. But OEF, I can speak on it because I was there and I'm a victim of it, and it's unfair because I'm still fighting because I'm a foreigner in the U.S. and I'm black and I live here. I feel like a foreigner here because people don't speak to people. Nobody in the U.S. speaks to people because the U.S. is a foreign territory because everyone's foreign here. Everyone is foreign here, which is funny. It's ironic. They don't realize it, but they are. It's funny. Married, man. Thank you, though. Married like a motherfucker. That's how I got here. If it weren't for my old lady, I would not be here. I promise you. If you single, fuck what they showing you on that social media. That is not it. You will not find your bag single. I promise you, you won't. Nope, that's not how it works. It's not designed. It ain't designed that way. I promise you it's not. But again, let me Amazon, link in bio on all my social media shit. I keep it real. Ain't nobody making no real content like this but me. Smoking a blunt online, talking about the Apocrypha and how to sell a $7,500 product. Man, I don't know what that means, man. You know I ain't reading it. Luna, you know I'm very particular about reading comments. Because you know I know the game. I can't read everything. I'll give you a shout out, though. Because I fuck with people who comment on here. People, like, to be bold and have courage, that's difficult. I want people to understand that. To actually comment and get on this camera, it's easy for people to critique. It's very hard to do because most don't have nothing to say. It's hard to get on this camera and do this shit. But people be like, oh, he only got 1,000 subscribers. She only got, y'all don't understand. This is a task. You have to have an offer. You have to have been either one or two things to be a social media person. You either keep it real or you live in someone else's story. And I promise you, I earned mine. I earned every bit of this story to tell my shit. Because you either telling the truth or you lying. Because this shit is receipts. We're in an era right now of receipts. And if you don't keep it real, you're going to lose your bag. I promise you, you will. Eagles. 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 E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles. Just like my old lady. And I'm smoking because I gotta say it for the camera. I got paperwork, just in case. Ah, stop playing, Dylan. Stop playing, man. I have all of Philly. Y'all know Philly. You probably rock with the Cowgirls. Who you rock with, 420? Hey, like, follow, share, and subscribe, man. This is my new shit right here. I fuck with this. I fuck with this, man. Y'all need to go to Amazon and get that book, man. Get that book and get that Papel. Get that Moneta. And run it up. Saints, I ain't gonna lie, dog. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I used to be a Saints fan until I realized they fucking name were the Saints. Can't do it. I can't rep it. That's how serious I am about my money. I can't. Motherfucker, change their name to the Trees. I might fuck with it. Aw, man, you whack. You whack, bruh. You whack. I fuck with Looney, man. Appreciate you, bruh. We almost got in the fight, though. You know I ain't playing. Fuck you up. You know I ain't playing. You see it in my eyes. I'm one of them homeboys. Like, what, bitch? We gonna squabble. You might win, but hey, we gonna get it. We gonna get it. Hey, man, I'm so proud you came in here. They're not hearing me. They don't believe nothing I'm spitting, and I'm telling them the truth, bro. This is hilarious. We finna win. Hey, Cecil in the house. They can't see it. They can't see it on their side, but I just shouted you out. You know where I'm headed with this shit. You know where I'm headed. Dawg, I had no idea. But now, this field artillery shit, they finna hear what we got to say. We finna be the king of this social media shit for real now that I know how it works. They said we are not combat vets, bro, and did not die and shit overseas, and did not get blown up, and did not do what we said we do. Oh, man. Hey, I respect you for saying anything. Hey, we in there now. What they say about Looney? I'm gonna find his ass on the internet and be like, Looney, where you at? I'm coming. Say less. You already know we in there. Dog, I had to realize my worth, see? I had to realize it. Now I know mine times yours. And 1,000,000 is on the low end. All that inventory, we moved from one country to the next. Millions. Oh man, we finna get it. We finna win this game. You going with me. On my kids. I'll put it out there. I told them legacy technology, man. And this is recorded. It took me 7 years to get here, see? I'm glad you witnessed it. Hey, man, I'm glad now's the time. That college shit over with. Now's our time. And I'm bringing the crew with me who can validate these stories. Hey, I tell people, see, I created a Facebook group and I made almost 100 people $10,000 each. They said I'm lying. Now I gotta get them. During a pandemic, they said I'm lying. I gotta get them. I gotta get them. They said, no, you did not do that. I said, man, okay. If I can make 160 people 10 grand each during a pandemic, what the fuck you think I can do it? One person. They ain't believe me, bro. Now I gotta get them. I gotta get them. Gotta get them. I gotta show them. Now I gotta take all the money. Now I gotta be Mr. Monopoly Man. This little motherfucker right here. Now I gotta get them. They have not seen the Reaper. Now they gotta meet Able 46. They gonna meet the real Able 46. Gotta get them. See, tell them about casualty cards. They don't know how these can be a body, for real. Gotta get them. Gotta get them. I gotta show them how to do magic. What happens when you accidentally hurt somebody at war? How do you pay them? Gotta give them a card. They don't know how to do it. I gotta get them. Gotta get them. Gotta get them, man. Gotta get them. Civilians don't believe we can do magic as soldiers. Oh, man. Gotta get them. Technology? Gotta get them. Gotta pay them. Who was responsible for all that shit in the Middle East when we was over there? They don't believe me. They value the cash. I'm like, it's not the cash. It's the value. Like, how do you value things? You gotta put value. You gotta know how to value shit. I bet your shit gonna start looking like money now. And I told them. They don't understand. They don't understand special projects officer. Now I gotta talk about this shit. Cause I'm like, man, I'm out here struggling, trying to convince motherfuckers. Man, Looney, I knew it was. I gotta get him. I'm representing. Oh man, they gotta pay. I gotta get them. Civilians make this hard, man. They make it hard for vets. They make it hard for vets that ain't like, that don't know the game. Like, y'all know me. They, man, I gotta get them. Especially with this Amazon. And I told them, I was like, I always tell people, I'm like, hey man, I have zero malice. I am just trying to help you not have to work a regular 9 to 5. It's very simple. All you have to do is send me an email. They be like, you lying. I gotta get them. I gotta get them. I gotta show them how I can do magic. Let me get off of here, man. I gotta go feed my actual legacy. Thank y'all for tuning in. I do this shit twice a week. I go live twice a week. And I do 2 video uploads, and I do shorts all day long. This is my new shit. Peace.